Hello pilots, Judge Rex speaking to you, and I will teach you how to use NORTHSTAR. NORTHSTAR is next to Iron the best pick if you aim for win, because she can support the playstyle of the current meta, but has less health than Iron. To balance that out, she's harder to hit, has smaller crit spots and can move faster. If you want to go for that mid to long range peaking meta, but want a more agile alternative to Iron, NORTHSTAR is the perfect pick. The railgun is not hit scan, but has a very fast projectile that is still very effective in killing enemy pilots and peeking enemy titans, hitting their crit spots from cheeky angles. With her tether traps, she can hold enemies in place, which is perfect in combination to use with her cluster missile. Speaking about the cluster missile, it is also very good to clear out pilot hiding spots. Out of all the ultimate abilities, NORTHSTAR might have the most weak in the game. The DPS is okay, but she is very exposed for the whole duration. Hovering without the flight core is most effective to attack pilots on rooftops or shoot titans from angles they can never access. With hover, NORTHSTAR can create sightlines over buildings that are usually blocking your vision. For the perks, we have piercing shot that does exactly as it implies, and you are able to hit collaterals that way. Too situational, would only recommend for memes or montages. Enhanced payload is pretty good, straightforward, more damage and range for your cluster missile, but it has already good duration and radius, so I usually never use it. Viper thrusters is what I use. It gives you faster movement while hovering, and because NORTHSTAR is very vulnerable in the air, it helps not being a sitting duck. I see some people using twin traps, but since one trap can be destroyed in just one hit, this is basically a waste of a perk slot. You want to tether enemies while they are busy and distracted, so they cannot focus on your trap anyway. Threat optics is also a waste of a perk slot. Visibility in Titanfall 2 is extremely good because enemies already have red outlines and lights. The only benefit would be the use of that perk in combination with electric smoke, but smoke is not around all the time, making this perk too situational to be worth it. For Titan perks, the usual routes apply for one exception. NORTHSTAR has a synergy with Auto-Eject. I'd actually say that she is the only Titan viable using that perk, so I run with it. Bait enemy titans into a tether trap, say bye and watch them going down in a blast. Assault ship and Auto-Eject are still garbage. More dashes are not needed because NORTHSTAR is already fast. Core meter building is easy with cluster missile, so overcore feels like a waste to me. More electric smoke is nice to have, but also falls flat next to the Auto-Eject. Basic strategy with NORTHSTAR is using her speed to stay away from opponents and play the peeking game to trade hits without getting hit. If enemies closing into you, place a trap, run away and meet chasers with a cluster missile. If you have pilots coming at you, you can also use the speed and just go in for the melee. Don't be afraid to spam the cluster missile into places you assume pilots could move through, because the cooldown of that ability is very low. And if you really want to brag, try hitting that cluster gooser. That's it for my quick NORTHSTAR guide. If you want to share your builds, please do in the comment section, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Titanfall content, and see you on the frontier, pilots.